ever wondered how many native mammals exist within the UK and what they all are, then I've made this video for you. This is one of 5 videos that are going to be introducing you to the 27 native land-living mammals in the UK and to show you how they're all related to each other. In this video we're going to take a look at all of our native europaeus, which were once known as insectivores, being the shrews, moles and hedgehogs. And we're also looking at the bats. As we go through each of the species, we're going to see how they all relate to each other by building a cladogram. A cladogram is a diagram that depicts evolutionary relationships of species. If you've never heard of one before and would like to understand more about them and scientific classification systems, then make sure you do check out the video that I've made on those, which I've linked to in the description below. Otherwise, let's get straight into our mammals. We've already explored one branch of our native mammals in previous videos, but now we're going to explore the other branch. We're starting here with one of our 3 native shrews, the Pygmy Shrew. This species has greyish-brown fur with a dark white underside. They have the distinctive pointed snout of a shrew and a domed head. They are one of Britain's smallest mammals, at 5 centimetres long and with a 4 centimetre long tail. They weigh only 4 grams, but this decreases by roughly 1/3 during the winter. Pygmy shrews are found throughout the UK in habitats that have ground cover, such as gardens, woodlands, grasslands and farmlands. They tunnel through vegetation at any hour of the day and sleep in burrows that have been made by other animals. These shrews eat up to 125% of their body weight in food each day. They are poor burrowers, so can't dig for prey beneath the soil, but will still be able to eat insects, arachnids and woodlice. The next shrew we're talking about is the common shrew. They have dark brown back fur, pale brown sides and white fur beneath. They are 7 centimetres long and have a tail that measures less than 3/4 of their body length. They also have red teeth. Common shrews are found throughout Britain and have been introduced to some of the smaller islands, but they aren't found in Northern Ireland. They are the second most numerous British mammal, with over 40 million individuals. Common shrews are found in most habitats, but prefer woodland and grassland. There they eat insects, earthworms, slugs and snails every 2 to 3 hours, consuming up to 90% of their body weight in a day. Despite living down in burrows that other animals have dug, common shrews are often seen above ground foraging for food on the surface. Young common shrews are sometimes seen following their mothers in a formation known as a caravan. Each will grasp the base of the tail of the shrew in front of them, so they all walk together in a line. Slightly more distantly related from the pygmy and common shrews is the water shrew. Water shrews are the largest of our native shrews and the most unique. They have short, dense, waterproof fur that is jet black on top and greyish-white underneath. Most of them have white hair tufts on their ears and around their eyes, as well as stiff white hairs on their feet and tail that acts as a rudder when they swim. These shrews are found throughout Britain, but have a spotted distribution in northern Scotland. Even in their most ideal state, they don't have high abundance, so it's difficult to tell whether habitat loss and water pollution are actually threatening their population. Water shrews are semi-aquatic mammals and they live in nests made in the banks on rivers. They mainly eat freshwater shrimps, water skaters and cadis larvae, which they can dive up to 70 centimetres underwater to hunt for. They will sometimes eat frogs, newts and small fish, as well as terrestrial invertebrates like earthworms, snails and beetles. Water shrews are unusual among mammals because they have venomous saliva. This means that they can bite and stun prey that's up to 60 times their body weight, and then they can eat it. The next most closely related animal to our shrews is the hedgehog. Hedgehogs are distinctive with their coat of thousands of brown and cream spines. They are around 20 centimetres long with a 1.5 centimetre tail and weigh up to 2 kilograms. Although this species is common throughout the UK, their populations have reduced by over a half in rural areas and a third in urban areas since the year 2000. This decline is thought to be due to a loss of hedgerows combined with increased garden mowing. Hedgehogs prefer to live on woodland edge habitats, hedgerows and within suburban gardens, so long as there's plenty of food to be found. They will forage on a range of bugs, beetles, caterpillars, slugs and eggs. Hibernaculums are built out of leaves and tucked under a supporting bush or log pile. Hedgehogs use them as winter nests where they hibernate. They will wake up several times through the winter to move and build a new nest. Hedgehogs in their first year of life must build up their weight to at least 450 grams to be able to survive their first winter hibernation. Although this species can live up to 10 years in the wild, the the majority will die within their first year. Moles are our next animal and the final one on this branch of our native mammals. Moles are velvety black animals shaped like a spade. Their forelimbs have large claws that face behind them and help them scoop soil out of the way. They have a fleshy pink snout and tiny eyes. Moles are found throughout Britain but aren't in Northern Ireland. They can be seen in any habitat that has both deep enough soil for tunnels and enough prey to eat. Moles are most well known by their molehills, which pop up when they tunnel close to the surface and push loosened soil upwards. However, most of their life is spent deeper underground in a tunnel system that forms a complex network that's hundreds of meters long. Deep tunnels are used in times of drought or low temperatures, while the more permanent tunnels are used by several generations for feeding. Spherical nesting chambers lined with a ball of dried plant materials are formed to give birth to their young. Moles eat over 50% of their body weight in earthworms a day, but can also eat other invertebrates like insect larvae. Prey drops into tunnels and gets collected by the patrolling mole. They will sometimes immobilize worms by biting into their head segment, and then store hundreds of these alive worms in a chamber to be eaten later. Compared to other mammals their size, moles have more blood and double the amount of haemoglobin. This helps them deal with their underground burrows, where the oxygen levels can get as low as a third of what the oxygen at the surface is. Although this video series is about our terrestrial mammals, I wanted to give an honorary mention to our bat species. This is how each of our native bats are related to each other. Bats are aerial mammals, which means that they're able to fly. They're really unique because they're one of only 4 animal groups to have ever evolved true flight. Because of how unique they are, I've actually already made 2 videos on bats covering all of the bat species you could spot in the UK. Go and check out those videos on my channel if you're interested in learning more about them. I hope you learned something new about our native mammals in this video. Look out for my next video in this series, where I'll be introducing you to all of our native ungulates, or hoofed mammals. Subscribe to Ferroforest to keep learning about UK nature.